There are those who simply come to embody the values and mission of the school. Jerry Drummond is one of these leaders for Darlington.
I view Jerry Drummond as the quintessential Darlington success story. Jerry, by his own admission, came from a fairly simple background. His father made him go to Darlington when he was a freshman, and he really didn't want to be here, but he took this opportunity to grow and excel, and he took the Darlington experience and the Darlington education with him to go on to his other academic achievements and finally into his success in the business world.
He and I come from the same industry. We're both in the telecom industry, and he is really a legend in the telecom industry.
I've known Jerry Drummond for, well over 25 years. He had a very successful 40-year career with the Bell South Corporation. And you know, he started in his early days supervising operators. He did that for a while. Then he got into systems. From systems, he went into the marketing side of the business. From the marketing side of the business, he went into public affairs. And before he finished his career, he had run our largest subsidiary, and he retired as vice chairman of the corporation.
Jerry Drummond was one of the main reasons I joined the Darlington board. Not only is he a great philanthropist and has he been very involved at this school, but he's a great leader.
And it didn't take me long at all to see his leadership skills and his ability to really make an impact when we began to discuss serious things.
I've been involved with the symphony for many, many years, and I would say that Jerry Drummond was absolutely the gold standard in terms of providing leadership to that very important Atlanta organization.
You know, the first thing that comes to mind when I think of Jerry is integrity. And when you're working in an operation, especially a large business, the people that work for you, they really want to know, can they trust you? And the people that you're working for really want to know, can they trust you? And it became a time-honored characteristic for Jerry that he indeed was trustworthy and that his integrity was just first class.
And he understands how to bring out the best in people, and he does that by his own personal example.
And he wasn't the kind of leader that said, you know, here, go do something, I'm going home. He was the kind of guy that led by example, and that was awfully important.
Jerry is widely respected in the philanthropic community. His presence and his name has given us entrees into foundations that we wouldn't have been able to have gotten to otherwise.
Jerry and I made a lot of calls together and still making them. We've been to a lot of foundations, and I can tell you that when we walk into a foundation office, they take notice when Jerry comes in because he's well known in the Atlanta community and highly respected. We've actually had a lot of fun celebrating when we walk out of an office and they tell us they're going to give us $1 million.
He approaches everything with an absolute positive can-do attitude. He's persistent, he's relentless, he's determined, he's smart. He does everything he does with the highest sense of duty and integrity.
But he also had a knack of bringing humor. And again, we had many serious times and serious issues and high pressure discussions. And Jerry seemed to always know the right time to bring in that little bit of humor, to add levity, to create a break where oftentimes it was needed, and that greatly contributed to his leadership.
You know, that every time Tech beats Carolina in any sport, whether it's tennis, golf, football, whatever it is, Jerry wants to make sure that I know that it happened. So he's not real subtle about that.
Very few people I know of who have the respect of the great majority of the people that they've dealt with in their life the way Jerry Drummond does.
I respect Jerry. Jerry's a friend. He's a loyal friend of Darlington. But the beauty of Jerry is he recognizes the Darlington influence on his life. It was truly, as we say, a transformative experience.
He understands that there's work to be done in this world, and all the work hasn't been done, and as long as Jerry Drummond's around, he's going to do his share and then a lot more.
I think you'll find as you go through this seminar that he demonstrates all those skills, and we appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to work with him on the board, and I think you're going to enjoy hearing from him.